that goes by. People always ask me why black holes. Listen up, baby girl, shit, I'm about to let you know why I always got a black holes. Whoa, 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 whoa. They talking shit up in my comments. Yeah, they don't know, but I'm about to block them. Cause every day, I block holes. They be being shady, yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. Cause you know I block holes, baby. In different area codes, baby. You never know, but I block.
Hey y'all, happy Wednesday. What is up, everybody? Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for being tuned in on this good old Wednesday, baby. Big shout out to y'all for y'all patience. Thank y'all for holding down the chats until I get in the building. Let me see who we got up in here. We ain't gonna be on here too long, y'all. Cause I wasn't supposed to go live today because I'm working on a real big video. And I kind of took away from that to go live. I said, let me do a little quick one before 2K comes through with his Court of Public Opinion episode. Because I'm real interested to see how that plays out, y'all. Let me see. Let me see who we got in here. And then we're gonna get into a few receipts that I feel like some people forgot about. And it plays a major role in a lot of the stuff that has been taking place, even though, people like to throw rocks and hide their hands or try to act like they've been quiet since the beginning of time. But it is what it is. We're gonna bring those receipts back to the forefront. Let me see. Let me see. Hey, Miss Trace. Hey, Leah. Miss Tracy, Michelle. We got Peach in the building. Since you know so much. Okay, you say hello. I'm so glad. I will be clocking out when your live starts. Work be having me in a chokehold. Hey, Luca. Listen. Hey, Miss Jeanette. Hey, Miss Sheeta to you. Terry Bro in the building coming through with the copyright and fair use. Miss Michelle Spikes. Blessed Beyond Measure coming through with the membership. Shout out to you. Welcome to the Grown Woman Pact. Hey, Black Widow. Hey, Tony, Miss Patricia Montez. Who else we got? Sweet Queen, of course. Thank you for holding on the chat, my love. Let's see. We got Miss Jackie. We got Miss Amanda Integrity. You changed me. Miss Patricia, Miss Big. You saw, I just said to myself, I thought Lupac was going live today. Look at God. I almost didn't. Because y'all know when I do them videos, it takes me days because there's so much editing. Then I gotta try to find clips in my Google Photos. So it's a lot of work that go into them videos, y'all. Y'all just don't know. Like I have to take breaks because when you look at the phone screen too long, it'll start giving you a headache. So I have to take breaks in between. It's a lot, and that video it will be a premiere, and it's gonna be close to an hour if I'm not mistaken. So in order to make a video an hour long, that's a lot of work, y'all. It takes some people like myself 2 days to make a 7-minute video. So I'm literally trying to cram it in that video and make it a good one. So y'all, I hope y'all appreciate it because y'all know, and I put some work into them videos. If you seen my work before, then you know what time it is. Hey, Miss Amina, and it's a good one too, y'all. I found some receipts that I forgot I had. It's a real good video. Hey, it don't matter. Hey, Leah Rowe. Hey, Key, Lady Divine. Miss Ashley in the building. Miss Lisa. We got Jubilee, Malibu Genie, Miss Rising, Michelle Daggs. We got Cree in the building. Sunshine, Miss Brenda. Kim, of course. Y'all know Kim gonna be talking her ish because I'm always late, child. If it ain't her, it's Latay. Anything glittery. Corporate thugging with Mika in the building. Shout out to you. Who else we got? It's Witty. We got, hold up. I'm chosen. I love you. Pisces, divine goddess. Miss Rebecca Belton, admire me. Tanya in the building. Aisha, Miss Cantina, Brandy, Love Cat, Tyrese with the T, Queen Money Stoke Gang, Miss Cynthia Craig. Okay, look at y'all. Lakeisha. Not y'all loving the intro. I'm trying to get another one though. I'm gonna put the intro that I have now as the outro, and I'm trying to do something more personal for my intro. Yep, as soon as I get time. Hey, Miss Jackie. Hey, Miss Ilka. Let me see. Nita M in the building. Letitia, Miss Marlene, Gemini Rising. You say I'm ready for this saga to be over. These ignorant people giving me a headache. Child, listen. Honestly, I don't think this saga will ever be over. Because it looked like every time it quiet down, something pops up. So I don't know, y'all. I don't know. It's starting to crank back up, to be honest. It was slow for a while, but it didn't crank all the way back up. There's always some new discovery. Hey, Miss Shonda. Um, Steph's Puff and Stuff. AC in the building. Sweetness. Who else we got in here? Gracie, Lena, Kate Brown, Sweetly Favored, Miss April. Who else? Miss Sandra, Miss Angelique, I love you more. Miss Bet, Miss Jazz, K Monet, Sid in the building. We got Miss Angela Dickerson, Shay, Miss LaDoris. She say, I hey Lupac, fairly new subscriber. I love your realness. Thanks for always bringing us great content. I love you. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you, my girl. Glad you enjoying the content. Let me see. Child of God, Miss Annette. We got Chocolate Season. Bella Renee. You say I'm nervous about 2K coming live. I'm not. I feel like it's gonna be a good live, y'all. That's just me personally. Because if you've been watching his content, then you know that for the most part he's very unbiased when it comes to the situation, and he's for the truth. And we all know where the truth resides. Okay? So it's gonna I feel like it's gonna go well, y'all. It's gonna go well. And one thing, let me put this bug in y'all ear. When a person is not privy to a lot of the things that have taken place in a situation, it's very hard to argue, and you can pretty much catch them off guard, because we know that for the most part neither party has been in the saga since the beginning, but 2K has been doing some research to try to educate himself on what's taking place even behind the scenes. So you know what I'm saying? I think it's gonna go good. It's definitely gonna be funny, but for the most part, it's gonna go good. Hey, Bama girl, it's gonna be okay, y'all. Hey, Miss Sherilyn. Hey, Becca, because you can't argue facts. Well, I mean, people try to, but at the end of the day, the receipts are out there, and we know who done did a whole lot publicly. So it is what it is, y'all. Regardless of what happens, it's just the internet. You can't take away from what's gonna happen in that real courtroom. Okay? Listen, because it's going down. It is going down, baby. Hey, A Stove. He will, Gemini. I think he will. We shall see. But that's why I say let me do my little quick 1-2, and then we're gonna head on over. So as y'all can see the title, I think a lot of people forgot about these receipts. So I'm gonna bring foot meat back into the fold. Even though she been being quiet over there for the most part. I think she has, because I ain't got a receipt on her in a while. My people ain't been telling me she been cutting up. So I think she done kind of cooled down a little bit, y'all. So I don't know, child, but that's what I heard. Well, that's what I didn't hear, because I ain't heard nothing about it. So I would hope she ain't been cutting up on that page. But every blue moon, she catch a little episode, and she throw a little sub here and there. But for the most part, she been chilling over there, because she got more to worry about than the internet. Okay, we just seen her struggles. But y'all crazy. Hey, moi, is he live tonight? Yep, it's at I think it's 8:15 if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if it's I'm Central Time. So I don't know which time zone he in, but it's definitely tonight. Miss Bernadette said, "Hey, Lupac, I don't get a chance to catch you, but I replay to try to keep up. You are so thorough in presenting receipts and crushing all the lies." Thank you, Miss Bernadette. Hey, Latae, what's up, my girl? Okay, y'all. So if y'all would like to donate to me monetarily, you can cash at me $sign Lupac1. Also buy me a coffee. Shout out to all the coffee buyers. It is greatly appreciated. You can also support the platform by getting a super chat or a super sticker. I do have a goal set. It is not mandatory, but it is greatly appreciated as it contributes to the revenue of this particular live stream. Please, y'all, when y'all see them ads come through, please watch them and don't skip them. It will put you right back in the same place where it left off. I promise. You won't miss nothing, child. So watch them ads. That's how we get paid. Either ads or super chat revenue, whatever y'all bless us with. That's literally how we get paid for our content. So watch the ads, y'all. It's free. You ain't gonna miss nothing, child. We ain't doing too much over here. But you can also support the platform by getting a membership. Shout out to all the new members, y'all. We got a whole lot of new members lately joining us in the Grown Woman Peg, and I'm loving it. Big shout out to y'all. We are having a well, which is this is just for members, but big giveaway Friday for members only for Mother's Day. Shout out to all the mothers out there. And you know, I'm pretty sure I have a couple fathers that's in the fold as well. So it's gonna be for whatever they want to use it for. But what else? What else? Hit that like button, y'all. That's free. You can't be free. Free 99. Make sure y'all run the likes up, cause y'all be being real stingy with that like button. Why? I don't know. I know we get a lot of trolls that watch the content, and I'm pretty sure it'd be the same trolls over and over. You know, they love it here. It's like y'all love it here. They love it here also because they cannot get enough of it. They don't like it. I ain't never seen somebody who say, I don't like that, but watch everything I do. So that is crazy work. That is crazy. That's the supporters right there. Them trolls, they be on it. They know your every move, child. Hey, Miss Valencia. Hey, Fifi, Letitia, my dream star, Miss Portia. Shout out to y'all. Letitia is so happy you live. Was just talking about you on my live earlier because receipts is received, baby. Okay, listen. Hey, Miss Bevan. If I win, I will split it with RH. Shout out to you. I'm chosen. And y'all put his GoFundMe in the chat. If anybody has access to the GoFundMe, keep it in rotation in the chat. Also, please and thank you. You say it's time for red velvet cookies. All right, let me stop because if I keep going, y'all know I like to talk. Let me pull up this first receipt so we can get into it. So if y'all remember, this was, I don't know if it was last year or what, but if y'all remember, some receipts was put out. It was some text messages between Laonia and Footme, basically exposing where Laonia was gaslighting and manipulating Footme into, basically trying to push her out here to talk about RH, right? So let me pull that up. Let's pull that up. Because I feel like a lot of people forgot about those receipts. And it really shows, where it aligns with the narrative that has been out here as far as using RH for content, motion, clicks, views, whatever you want to call it. But it's crazy because both of these baby mamas, it's about 8 to 10 baby daddies between them. So the fact that RH is the one that's talked about the most is a clear indicator that it is what it is. I don't even have to say it, but y'all know. Y'all know he the motion child. Y'all know he the motion because that's the one that they talk about the most. All right, let me see. I didn't pull up a few receipts that I want to bring back to the forefront. Let me see which one is first, y'all. Guess we'll do this one, maybe. They out of order, child, but it don't matter. Okay, so let's start here. All right. If y'all remember, okay. So foot meat is in the blue, Laonia is in the gray. Okay. So it says, and thank you, April. Shout out to you. Thank you for that super chat. Blessing my love. Come on, y'all. Super chat party in my Laonia voice. Super chat party. Super chat party. Y'all want me to come back to YouTube? Child, that would never get old. I swear. I'm gonna baby. That's the worst thing she could have did. Cause baby, them clips is gonna be used, especially the way she talk about us and say we be begging, girl. Hey, Caramel, I love you more. Shout out to y'all. Thank you, Miss Letitia. Hey, Miss Gloria. Just to give an update on RA's GoFundMe, he needs 290 more supporters to donate $10 each, and he will be at his goal. But I think I wouldn't say 290, even though if they was to donate $10 each, but I think it's rocking and rolling. So y'all keep giving what y'all can. You know, keep giving what y'all can. I honestly feel like he should pull it out right now because they are literally plotting. I've been seeing in the streets that they plotting to report his GoFundMe. So, are each of you listening? I think you should pull it out now and start paying towards your attorney. And then whatever else is the remainder, you put that back up for another GoFundMe. So let's say, okay, he has it set at 8,000, right? I think is he at 5K now, y'all? He's close to 5K if I'm not mistaken. So pull what you got out, that's in there right now. Pull that out and then reset another GoFundMe for the remainder that's left of your goal. That's what I think he should do because they literally play, even though nobody messing with Laonia stuff though, but they want to mess with that man stuff and say, oh, he's, using women. Baby, can't nobody be used unless they want to be used. That's the thing. These are grown people here. We could say the same thing about Laonia, even though what she do is obvious. She gaslight, manipulate, and all of that. And let's not mention the alleged scams, child. School back to school giveaways where they splitting the money behind the scenes and all that. Child bye. Child bye. Let's not get into all of that. Let's not do it. Hey, Miss Veronica. Okay. Hey, came to live, Miss Duncan. Shout out to y'all. Okay. So y'all, like I said, Laonia's in the blue. I mean, foot meat in the blue, Laonia in the gray. So foot meat says, can you send it Western Union if you can? And then she says, Laonia says, requested from Robert Cash App, put in the description 500 for Dasharia. See if he sends or declines. I'ma see where the closest one is to me when I leave the studio if he doesn't send. And then foot me say okay from my Cash App question mark. Laonia says yes. All right, let me pull it up some. It's crazy because and these messages took place after the separation, y'all. After the separation. If y'all remember, Foot Meat started going on panels, lying and carrying on. She teamed up with the ex. They all played a part in trying to destroy this man. But what was I gonna say? Child and forgot. Hold on. It's gonna come back to me. It's gonna come back. Hold on, y'all. Let me pull this message up. They all teamed up, child. Oh, yeah. She started going on panels and this and that or whatever. And RH told her. I remember when he told her she was on somebody's panel, y'all. Y'all might know who, but y'all know we don't give no clout over here, so don't put no names, child. Ain't nobody get no clout off my platform. Foot Me was on somebody's platform and RH was in the comments and he told her, you getting up here in line, you will not see another dime from me. He, he sure told her that, baby. He sure told her, you up here with these lies, you will not see another dime from me. And I don't think he gave her a dime cent. Anything that the child needs, the child is old enough. She got Cash App. She has, I'm pretty sure, she's 17 now. My 17-year-old got access to all his own money, baby. Okay? So I'm pretty sure she does as well. She's a young mom, dang near an adult. So she can handle that. I don't feel like he need to send Foot Meat no money anyway. Because the child is old enough to fend for herself. Send the money directly to your child. Period. That's how I feel about it. And that's my opinion. Right? So they was plotting, y'all. As y'all can see, we're gonna get to the other messages, but she say from my Cash App loan, you say yes. And then she says, okay, send the request at 3:02. And the crazy part is, right? So the reason why Foot Meat was bold enough to ask Laonia for these large amounts of money, because if y'all remember, I'm gonna have to find the messages where Foot Meat and Laonia start beefing, and Laonia put out when she gave the Hive the screenshots of her cash app to put out where she was sending Foot Meat all this money, right? So I gotta find the messages too. I'm gonna have to look through my receipts. But uh what was I gonna say, child? I lost my thought. Hold on, y'all. It's gonna come back. Y'all know how my brain works. But I need to find the messages because it was a nice chunk of change. Who, first of all, I have never seen. This is how you know they was in cahoots though, because who in their right mind sending that type of money to another baby mama? And if y'all know the history, these women never got along. Matter of fact, I got a receipt. Let me pull this up just to show y'all, just to give y'all a little context. Hold up, put that receipt up, and I'll put it on the screen. Let me see. Shut up, babe. Where you going? Oh, all right. Let me see. I know I just screenshot it. I cannot find it. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Make sure y'all running them lights up, especially the ones in the bushes. Dang, I literally just screen. Wait, hold on. Okay, I found it. Hold on. Let me send it to my. Mhm. All right. Okay. All right. Let me finish with this one and then we're gonna pull that one up. So she said, Kay, did you make sure to put for I guess for Desharia, right? And she said, yes. Okay, let me see if they got something left on this one. So I can pull the other one up. I think that's it. Yep. That's it for this one. So let me take this one down, y'all. And I'm gonna pull the other one up. All right, let's see. Okay. Open. Okay. Come on, don't start freezing on me like yesterday. Then, oh, okay. All right. How many of y'all remember this? How many of y'all remember that? Let me see. Thank you, Miss Bernadette. You say, look like you should be the prosecutor in the courtroom on that court. Listen, I should have went to school for it, but I couldn't work in defense, right? Because I feel like a lot of people um they look at lawyers at I feel like lawyers are looked at in a bad light but you can pick and choose who you want to defend. You especially if you have your own firm or whatever, you choose who you want to defend in the courtroom. I couldn't defend nobody that's known unalivers, uh drug dealers. Like I couldn't defend people like that. I would have to be in I would more so want to be in prosecution, like where I'm going against those type of people trying to prove the case. Because no, we ain't doing that. And when you work under a firm, you have to take certain cases that will literally go against your morality. And I'm like, oh no, baby. I would have to have my own firm and everything. Thank you, Miss Bernadette. You are appreciated, my love. Shout out to everybody that's coming in. Do y'all remember this? Do y'all remember this picture? Let me see if I can blow it up. Hold up. Let's see. This is an old receipt too. As y'all can see, Foot Meat, she posted this in 2017. It was a picture that uh Laonia posted on Facebook, right? So she posted a picture of her RH and DW. Let me go down. And then Foot Meat shared it and say, don't believe this fake pic. This woman treat my daughter like garbage when she's with her dad. It's sad when my daughter don't even like going down her dad. Child, the vocabulary. down her dad's because of her shaking my head. And it's also, there was an audio, if y'all remember, it was audio, and I have that receipt also. I would have to find it, y'all. But it was an audio where somebody called Foot Meat and she was talking to her about stuff, with RH and this and that and Laonia. And one of the things that she said was that uh, RH was the apple of DW's eye and vice versa, and that they never had no problems until Laonia got into the picture, and that's when things started changing. I also have a receipt that I would have to find, y'all, where it's a screenshot that Foot Meat posted on her page when it was back in I want to say the year after her and RH got together, because it was a whole lot of back and forth between these two women, right? Because Foot Meat still wanted her baby daddy child. She still wanted him. But it was a lot of back and forth between them. And Laonia lied to Foot Meat and said, just FYI, I'm pregnant too. You're not the only one that's gonna have his child, right? And I seen that receipt the other day when I was looking for something. I should have screenshot it so I could have found it for this live, but she showed sent her that, and Foot Meat posted it on Facebook like to say, I don't know why this woman sends me stuff like this as if she's trying to get under my skin or whatever, because I no longer want him, even though she did. Because if y'all remember, I literally read out those receipts where she was sending RH all kind of stuff saying, uh, basically why he won't lie on you, talking about lie on your boobs and all of this, child. She was going in. Uh, Going in big time. But she posted this in 2017. So it just shows it was a lot of back and forth. And I think a lot of stuff was deleted off of her page, but it was a whole lot of back and forth between these women. And Foot Meat said that Laonia did not like RH's child. And to also validate that, if y'all remember, when Naya, one of the ex besties, got on the platform, she said that Laonia would say a lot of stuff about this child, calling her fast, saying she's disrespectful. She said Laonia would call the child ugly and all kind of stuff. Allegedly. That's what Naya said was told to her. I don't know how many of y'all remember that when she got on the platform and she said that, you know, she was just saying, RH lets the child get away with whatever she want, and da 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 da. So it was real funny how all of that was supposedly said, and then after the separation, they really got, look how close they got after the separation, y'all. To say that your ex best friend slash sister got on the platform and said that you never liked that child, that you would say all kind of stuff about his child, and then how convenient it is that you sending the baby mama big lump sums of money, and she come out here uh telling all kind of stories, child, in your defense, and oh, I believe this and I believe that, and da 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 da. Make it make sense. All right, let me take this one off so I can pull up my other one. Let's see. Let me pull up one of the other text messages, y'all. Did I pull this one up? Let's see. Okay, I pulled that one up. Do I want to do this one, or let's do this one first? All right. Let me see if I should make it bigger. Wait, let's put it on the screen first. And then we'll blow it up. Is it? Okay. So this is another text message, y'all. And these messages were released by Foot Meat after she realized that she was being used like a pawn, like a duck. She decided to release these messages. The fact that she didn't realize she was being used is even crazier. Like, girl, you literally teamed up with somebody who you never liked, who you yourself said had an issue with your baby. You said the lady treated your child like garbage. I don't know, y'all. These 304s be so fake. It's no way in HELL I'm a team up with somebody that did not had a dislike for my child. That's money make people do the craziest ish. All right, let's pull this one up. Cause ain't no way. She had to take her lick. And it's apparent that because y'all, when you think about the Me Too movement, right? More often than not, when you have multiple people telling very similar stories, more often than not, more people will believe those stories, right? That's why the Me Too movement is what it is. Because they automatically assume that, okay, well, if this person saying that and that person saying that, then they gotta be telling the truth, right? So Laonia knew what she was doing. She knew what she was doing by feeding Foot Meat money because she knew that Foot Meat is a beggar, one. She always having financial problems, two, because it dates back since she first started asking this girl for money. I even have messages where she had DW messaging Laonia for money to pay her rent. That is some crazy work. I'm gonna try to find those two because I want to show y'all those messages. But it just shows that they were definitely in cahoots. Because ain't no way how y'all go from hating each other to, oh, we put our differences aside and how bye. Y'all put y'all differences aside, but it's real interesting how you was giving her money. Girl, you better turn up. Okay, let me see. All the wrong one, child. Okay, this is the one. Let's make it a little bigger. So let me see. Let me see. Laonia in the gray. So she said, yeah, go back and select STEM ads. And then Foot Me say, okay. I'm guessing she was telling her about monetizing her Facebook. And then she says, this is my first time ever seeing this. So I don't know what this picture was because it don't show y'all. So then Laonia says, girl, you better turn up. Start talking your ish about Robert and Rex. F them. That's going to keep people watching your videos and make your ASS money. Now let's push pause right there, y'all, because this is coming from the same person that says, I am a living example that you don't need negativity to go viral. You don't need negativity to make money. Remember, she quick to say that. Quick to say that, but your advice to people, literally Foot Me behind the scenes, is telling her to go into negativity to drag her baby daddies to make money. That's crazy. That's crazy. But how, and the fact that Foot Me, we know she's slow, but the fact that she didn't realize she was being manipulated is crazy because how convenient is it that she needs you? She needs you literally to co-sign her story or to validate her story. Because then once you start dragging this person, they're going to automatically assume, well, if both baby mamas is dragging, and guess what? They can't be lying, right? They saying both of the very similar stories. And I also have an audio where Foot Meat was saying, well, I don't think she's telling the truth because her story is sounding very similar to mine. I'm gonna have to find that audio, y'all. She sure said that. She said, Laonia, the same thing. What's her name? Child, what is this girl name? The same thing Ayana said. Y'all know how Ayana said that Laonia stole her a Bruce story? That's the same thing Foot Meat said. She said that, and I have that video clip. I would have to look through my receipts. But she said, whenever she was talking about what she said about Sleepy. She said Sleepy took don't it's accurate, Gemini. She said when Laonia said that Sleepy pulled a GUN on her, pushed her against a wall or something like that, she said, now that's sounding very similar to my Bruce story. And then she said, She said she had a conversation with Laonya, and the only thing that Laonya told her pertaining to a Bruce was that Sleepy pushed her against the wall when she was pregnant with the oldest son. I'ma validate. Y'all remind me to find that video so y'all can hear it. If not this live stream, the next one. Because y'all know I don't like telling y'all stuff without providing the receipts. I just have a good memory on the receipts that I have. But I do have the receipts to validate what I'm saying. Make sure y'all hitting that like button. We got 510 in the building. Okay. So she was here telling Foot Meat, y'all, how convenient, manipulating the special needs, special education. That's literally what was going on here because y'all we all know Foot Meat is a slow. She's slow. And she was definitely being manipulated here. Hey Bree Bree. I sound just like her. So let me go back to it. Um okay. So she said, Laonya told her girl, you better turn up. Start talking your ish about Robert and Rex. F them. That's gonna keep people watching your videos and make your ASS money. Right now, that's the smartest thing you can do is use the negative people and address them. That's gonna bring you views and money. We've seen this before, y'all. A lot of times, matter of fact. Right now, that's the smartest thing you can do is use the negative people and address them. Ain't that what she do? How many times have y'all heard me say literally that it could be thousands of people complimenting her, telling her hi, and this and that in her live streams, and by 2 to 3 trolls, that's who she addressed in her live video. If you don't believe me, go back and look. Go look at the videos that she posted. If she ain't take them down, child, just depend on what all she said because she like to take them down quick. But she literally addresses the trolls in her video, and that's what she told Foot Meat to do. That's the smartest thing you can do is use the negative people and address them. Wow. Go back and talk about RH and Rex, baby. Girl. And that's exactly what that fool did, too. She did just what Laonya told her. All right, let's take this one down. Put the other one up. Let me see. Somebody sent me something. Let's see. Thank you, Miss Valerie, for that cash out blessing. You said, read my comment. Where is it? Hold on. What is this? Who is that? Hold on, y'all. I just got some. Uh, who is that? Wow. Wow. I wonder what that was about. Okay. So, Miss Valerie, if you still in here, put your comment again because I just seen that you sent me that cash app. So I'm pretty sure I didn't pass that comment up a long time ago. All right, let's pull up the next one, y'all. Share screen. Let me see. The other one, which one is it though? Okay, I did that one. I think I did this one. I think this. Okay. So Laonya told her, put me say okay, and then Laonya say that's your baby daddy too, and she deserves to be getting money too, while he out here not paying for it. While he making money off her pages, he needs to be paying to her. Did I read that right? While he making money off her pages, he needs to be paying to her. I sure did read that right. I ain't gonna lie, reading that stuff make you feel slow, child. I be like, Lord, am I missing words? If everybody quiet, who the F gonna stand up for her? F that quiet ish. He's a DB and it should be known, period. So Foot Meat say, Brianna, I'm good. I don't want anything from him or nobody, to be honest. I don't beg, child, but she got that money out of Laonia. I don't beg no grown man to take care of their kids. Closed mouth, don't get fed. I'ma be loud about mine. That's that's what Laonia said. Coming from the person who got two other baby daddies, one with three kids that she don't get a dime for, child support wise. She gotta wait till he got it. Like, I'm gonna give it to you when I get it. I'm hoping, my check be this amount on such and such date. I got you whenever, I can't say for sure, but I got, I'm gonna try to do what I can, because I got 7 kids all together. I'm working at 9 to 5. You know how it is when you're working for the white man. I'm gonna try my hardest. I'm gonna try my best to, give you a little change, give you a little something. That little 300, but you have to make it stretch. That's the conversation, y'all. So Put Me say, I will for my kids, we will be good. With me and God, we will be good. So Laonia say, I ain't make her by myself. You ain't make her by yourself either. Get what's yours. Look at her trying to gaslight and manipulate the other baby mama. Like, do what you gonna do, baby. Why you trying to force her to do it? No, you kept pushing out them coins because you needed them. You needed them. Because I don't see nobody in their right mind giving those large lump sums of money to another baby mama, especially one that you really don't even get along with. Baby, she was dishing out some cash. It looked like she hadn't gave Foot Meat close to $4,000 total on those Cash App receipts, y'all. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. That's some crazy work. And you can't tell me she felt that bad because we done seen how she done did her people. So it ain't no, oh, she's just a good person. Child knows she needed them to co-sign her narrative. And she made that money back 3, 4, 5, 10 times over on social media. That is some crazy work. Thank you for that super blessing. I appreciate you, Brad. All right. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, okay, okay. Hey, Miss Ramona. Hey, Sassy M. Okay, let me take this one down. She was trying hard to convince her, y'all. You better get that money, girl. You ain't make that baby by yourself. Whole time. You would think, based off of the conversation, y'all, you would think that he was the only baby daddy in this situation. Think about what I just read to y'all and the way Laonia was laying it on thick. You would literally think that RH is the only baby daddy in the midst of these two women. Baby, it's Foot Meat got 5, Laonia got 3. That's 8 baby daddies between 2 women, and only one get all the smoke. That's some crazy work. If that don't tell you something, they literally have conversations as if he's the DB. He don't do nothing. He this, he that, he this, he that. Well, he the only one that do. I'm confused. And even in the midst, y'all, when those men, do y'all remember? Thank you, realistic. Thank you for that super chat blessing, my love. You say no because he had charges on the ASS. He had charges on her. Who you talking about? Who had charges on who? Let me know. Comment again and let me know. I'm gonna be looking for your comment. But if y'all remember, it was or had did a video. It was early on in the saga, and they were saying that they was calling running with the D beat narrative, and he don't do this, he don't do that. He ain't gave a dime for DWR Momo since da 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 da. And then he did a video with a purple long, I ain't gonna say dress. I don't know what they call them. what they call them, y'all. It was some type of cloth, purple cloth thing. It was real long. He had a fake mustache on, some glasses, and a little hat. And he was talking like in another language, like a Pakistani or something like that, right? And he started showing his other phone. He was showing Cash App receipts, basically showing that because Lanya had came out here saying that he was a DB. He didn't give. He was that she was taking care of DW while they was together and all of that. So RH did that video and showed receipts. Just a whole bunch of like he just was scrolling down his cash app, showing where he was paying for DW's insurance. He was sending money for clothes, but even after the fact, he showed what he did in the marriage, and he showed what he did after they separate. Who remembers that? I have that receipt also. But he just put that out there like they really saying I don't do nothing for my children. They really act like we don't remember that Laonia was out here plotting to get pregnant by this man. And she even came out here saying that the reason why she wanted a baby with him in the first place was because of how he took care of his daughter. It's like we were supposed to forget all the things she said. Make it make sense. He didn't even want a child with her, and she still sneakily did things to get pregnant. I got to find that receipt where, y'all, I literally just seen that receipt too. I should have screenshot it where she sent Foot Meat, and Foot Meat posted it on Facebook. She said, and by the way, I'm pregnant for him. You ain't the only one that's gonna be having his daughter. And guess what? The gag is she wasn't even pregnant at that time because she didn't get pregnant with Momo till 2017 or 2019. I think that receipt was in 2017, and she didn't get pregnant with Momo till 2019, if I'm not mistaken. So she was doing that to pick with Foot Meat. That right there is a clear indicator that it was some jealousy behind that man's daughter. That's some crazy work, y'all. Crazy work. Thank you, Miss Geraldine. Thank you for your support, my love. Hey, discussion board. Let me see. Woke Israelite had charges on Laonia in 2017. He did? Who got him? Somebody send him to me. Send him to me. I didn't see that. I must have missed that, y'all. I see y'all commenting in the chat. I did not see that. Let me see. Uncle Ruckus. Yes. That's it, my dream star. I couldn't think of it, yo. He was playing a character called Uncle Ruckus. And he showed them Cash App receipts, baby. Like, y'all gonna quit playing with me. Y'all gonna quit playing with me. He was sending buku money, 2,500 here, 500 there, 1,000 here. Like, what? And she really came out here trying to make it seem like he wasn't doing ish. Thank you, Miss Shalonda, for that super chat blessing. Y'all cutting up. Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for supporting my little goal baby. Let me see. Dawn posted them. Did she post them on YouTube? Dawn got it all. That's what you was talking about when you say they press charges. Let me go see y'all. Let me see. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see. Oh wow. But you see, I didn't catch Dawn's live from the beginning. I caught it at the very end. So I have to go back and watch it, y'all. I'm gonna have to go back and see. So I definitely missed that. Let me see. Okay, I know. Shay, I got your cash app just now, my love. Trying to see what your comment. Okay, let me see. Put your comment again, Miss Valerie, because I didn't see it. Thank you, Queen Money Stole Gang. You say they not mature at all. It's pitiful. A real woman that's over their baby daddy will never. Facts. And the crazy part, the hypocrisy of it all is she said that herself. When her and Sleepy did that co-parenting podcast on her YouTube, y'all, she herself said you will never be able to fully co-parent like us until you're completely healed, until you're completely over the hurt or over that person. She said that. I played that clip for y'all about 2 lives ago where she said that. So that right there tells you what's going on. That's why it's actions. If you a woman, child, a woman gonna know. Okay? If you a woman, you got kids, or you done been through something with a baby daddy, whatever, you know what time it is. I don't know why they be out here trying to play like people don't know what's really going on. It ain't that much uh hatred in the world, in my opinion. Child, that lady still got feelings for that man. And you could tell by the way their marriage ended. Like it's the type of ending that nobody would see coming. Because if you privy to the back end stuff that was going on, as far as her showing up in lingerie and her still wanting to try to uh rekindle their marriage. All of that, calling Kevin and trying to get him to, rekindle their marriage and other people. Y'all gonna see that in my video that I'm doing. But it shows that she still wanted that marriage. She still wanted it. Even the call in the DR, if you ain't calling me to work on it, don't call me no more. Who says that? Especially when y'all got a child together. So it's no closure there. They didn't have any closure. It was just and then so much happened on social media to where it's like, okay, it was no closure. Thank you for being a 1 month member. Hey, Lady J. Hey, Miss Chandra. Yes, on YouTube it was 2017. Those were the charges. She was happy got dropped. Huh. I'm gonna have to see that, y'all. Toxie did a short with the charges. Okay. If she got music in it, I won't be able to play it. So don't keep skipping my comments. What you said? I didn't even see. It's too many of y'all, Kim. I literally be skipping through to try to get to the bottom. It's not intentional, I promise. You say that's probably why I can't find Miss Valerie comment. But it's like it's almost 600 of y'all in here. If I don't skip through, I will not be able to get to the bottom of these comments, y'all. And y'all know I already be behind because I be trying to present stuff to y'all on the screen. But I won't be able to play it because I'll check your Facebook messages send it now. Okay. I won't be able to play it because no more often than not, Dawn be playing that music, child. So yeah. All right, let me pull another receipt up here and then I'm gonna go look and see. Let's see. Hold on, y'all. I wanted to take this off. Hey, Miss Lovely. Okay, share screen. I think I read all the text messages. Yep, it was just 3 of them. I gotta find the other ones though. I have to find the other ones where she showed the cash out. Okay, now we gonna pull up the police report from that very interesting day on October 14th, 2022. I don't know how many of y'all seen the police report, but I did. Okay, so we're gonna pull it up and then we're gonna go through it. The soul of a woman. What's up, my girl? Okay, I'm gonna check my messages. Yes, Dawn sure has me. I know it got music. I already knew it before I even looked. Most people's shorts do, so I knew I wouldn't be able to play it, but I'm gonna check y'all. All right, this is the police report, y'all, from the Toke incident, right? I don't know how many of y'all actually seen this police report, but and this gonna be in my video also with some, audios, receipts or whatever, other receipts. So hold on, let me see. My phone going crazy. Hold on, y'all. Let me see if the screenshots real quick. But y'all start reading it while I pull up these screenshots. Well, get them, log in to get them because I gotta log into my other account. Um, okay. Let's see. Where's my? Hold on, y'all. Bear with me. All right, let's see. It's kind of blurry. Harassing phone call. Using electronic mail or communications to send. This was in April 2015. Dang. Oh wow. That's why they don't want to. That's why they in cahoots, baby. I could only imagine the ish they got going on, child. I could only imagine, y'all. What the ish that didn't happen. Okay. Um. Let me see. Let me see. Um, okay. There's so many of y'all that sent me all these messages, child. Let's see. Okay, let me go back to my. So that was the only one. I only see one where it was stalking and harassing communications. With I guess she kept blowing his phone up. I'm weak. Lord have mercy. Let me go. Let me see what y'all talking about. Okay, that is crazy. And it, you know what's even crazier? For her to come out here and say, and got these people thinking all these men abused her, right? Which the only one we actually have receipts on is Janash. But for you to come out here making people think that all these men abused you, but you out here with charges, you the only one going to jail. That's some crazy work. Going to jail for electronic transmission of that picture, and now catching charges for stalking and harassing communications. Baby, that is crazy. How, Sway? But you the victim though. You're the victim. And for those charges, to even have charges, let me look at that again. To even have charges for, hold on, y'all. Let me pull it back up. Let's to even have charges for harassing phone calls and using electronic mail or communication to send. I wonder what that one was about. I wonder what she sent. But for you to even, first of all, it had to be proof of it for them to even charge you with it. But for you to have those type of charges, that means that you were literally harassing him. This is crazy. But she the victim though, right? She the victim, and she's scared of these men, y'all. She's scared of these men, but she always the one that's making the child, THREATS. Where's my brain tonight, y'all? I done read so many illiterate posts, child. Now I'm starting to spell like them. That's some crazy work. It didn't say that though. So I wonder if that's what it was, Gemini. It did not. It didn't say that's what she did. Let me see. Let me go down. Uh, she should have got her closure when she said what the for real, but she ain't got it. And then not just that, you got to think about the childhood trauma, or whatever she went through. Some she definitely went through some type of traumatic experiences. Because I feel like when you healed and when you mature, you don't behave like this. Even after, especially after y'all no longer together, like baby, you done had babies by a whole nother ninja and you still going crazy. She sure is doing the big one, not the little one. Thank you, realistic. You say that during the time the dogs were sent on her. Oh wow. So she left out some details. She need to get that story time again because she good for leaving out details, just like she left out the fact that she pepper sprayed her husband in this police report. And also the fact that she kicked him in his lip. Okay? She left out some details. Oh, and she also didn't tell the police about her finger either. Yeah, we gonna go over it because when we heard the audio that Dawn played where Laonia was on the phone with RA's sister and she said the only thing that they went through, that had physical abuse involved was the tote situation and it was verbal outside of that. And if you look at the lie detector test, that's the only abuse she asked about. She gave the questions for the people at the that did the lie detector test to ask her. So if you trying to prove social media that you were physically abused in your marriage for 6 years, why would you only refer to one incident? Somebody in the back help me out with that question because that's the only physical incident that she could actually refer to, the tote situation in which she was the aggressor. So I don't understand how people are still looking at this girl as some type of victim child. If anything, I think she's the aggressor in all her relationships. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking with it. Okay, period. Hey, Miss Clarice. Let me go down. Hey, Miss Deborah, Scorpio Scene, Sugar Shack in the building. Ken, Kenaya. Let me see, Miss Stephanie, Miss Valerie. I still don't see your comment. I gotta slow down. I be moving too fast, Miss Diggs. Starting to spell like them slow people, child. I be moving a little too fast. Let me see. The charges was just dropped last month. I believe that's what she was talking about. And everybody tried to say it was the revenge. I don't know, y'all, because when she did the video, she referred to a CPS. Hold on, y'all. Let me put my fan on because it's getting hot. Yeah, when she did the video where she was crying, y'all, she referred to a CPS case being closed. So I don't know, like what? I don't know. I think it's some confusion there when it comes to charges. And then this seems like it would be misdemeanor. So I don't know why she would be in her feels behind it because harassing phone calls and using electronic mail or communication to send, I guess it probably was THREATS. That's misdemeanors if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me, but I think that's like misdemeanor charges. Let me see. Or it could be low level felonies, but I want to say it's misdemeanors. But I could be wrong. But it's not serious charges. It ain't charges that carry jail time. So I don't know why she would be, happy about that or to where she was crying. It's not like she was at risk of losing her children behind this. So I'm confused. What is this though? I wonder who is this person and who posted this. This is interesting. Hmm. And I see that Tarboro Street on there. It's the same street that, was on somebody's criminal background. But I think that who said that these charges was just dropped or whatever, dismissed or whatever? Because I see offense date, file date. Oh, the case was closed April 15th, 2025. But like I said, y'all, this ain't nothing. This ain't nothing major, y'all. I promise. Like this ain't nothing too serious to where you would be crying about it or anything like that. And you would think because they claim to have been so cool, or she tried to say, "Oh, he been in the kid's life and this and that." But this happened. If this happened, let's see the date it was filed. Offense date. They say this happened April 27th, 2015. That's the year before she got with RH. She got with RH in 2016. She caught charges behind her baby daddy a year before she got with her husband. And she married RH within 3 months. She was not over that first baby daddy. Period. Okay? Especially not if you ain't caught charges behind them. And one thing that I noticed on that episode, that podcast that her and Sleepy did, the co-parent podcast, she said something about the only issue she had was the fact that um she felt like he moved on too fast when they broke up. Like, oh, we done broke up and you already in another relationship. But I'm like, that's interesting because if y'all was together the time frame she said they was together, then he had to already have been married when baby girl was born, when Lala was born. So that's real interesting. um, I got yours, Miss Shari. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that's real interesting, y'all. I don't know, child. But I don't know. I don't think that's serious enough for. But then again, that is long. She gon' make something overly dramatic, okay? Especially for the internet validation. So she was talking about CPS because she said it was negligence found. And it's still yes, I remember Tyrese. That's why I'm like, it can't be the same thing. I think some people getting it wrong because she said they closed the case even though um evidence was found or something like that. She was like, they closed the case even though it was something, even though they had evidence, they still closed it. So it's a difference, y'all. I don't think she was referring to that to some harassing phone calls and whatever else. Let's see. Those charges show her character too, and that she has been in trouble before for transmitted. Yep. So do. So do. I wouldn't be surprised if she ain't got in trouble before. If she don't, she. This is. Let me say this. This is just my opinion, y'all. Opinion, not facts. Opinion for the ones in the back. She strikes me as the type of person that will have a record that's sealed. That's all I'm gonna say. If you know, you know. That's the impression that I get from her. She gives thin line between love and hate. Let me beat myself up with a bag of rocks and go call the police, child. But she, she strikes me as a person that will have a record and get it sealed and come forth with a whole new identity. Because hold on, let me chew this candy. And I'm gonna tell y'all. I don't be wanting to be smacking in the microphone. But I don't know how many of you know this, but one of the things that I noticed on hold on. One of the things that I noticed on the divorce decree is that her first name is actually spelled with two N's and not one. Let that sizzle in your spirit in my country Wayne voice. And I remember somebody asking her early in the saga why she spelled her name like that. I wonder if RH know. If he I mean he know that it's really spelled with two N's because in order to serve certain papers, you have to put a name on it, right? All of this is public record. But that's real interesting. Let me just say that. If your first name, your government name, is spelled with two N's, why are you spelling it with one N now? It's not like she got a real long name that, you would want to shorten up or anything like that. You say, look how she does have a record seal. I remember that. She do? I never heard that. That was just my opinion. She gives me that. And even when I seen that her first name is really spelled with two N's, but she used one N, that kind of threw me for a loop also. Because it's like, why not spell your name how it's supposed to be spelled? Now what's common to me, I see a lot of people, changing the spelling of their last name, depending on the last name. But the first name, taking an N away, and taking an N away, uh, let me shut up. Taking an N away makes a big difference, y'all. One letter out of your first name will make a big difference. Okay, I'm gonna just say that. Um, April say, "Lupac, I think we know more about her than our age." Probably. Listen, I believe that. I believe that, child. Maybe she paid for a name change. No, she just spelling it with one N. Spelling it with one N because if she's putting it as two N's on court documents, y'all, pay attention. Then what that tell you? That's interesting. I think it's something she don't want people to know. That's just my opinion. Um, Lord have mercy. Hold on, y'all. Yes, her name is pronounced. I mean, that's the same pronunciation, but it's the same pronunciation whether you take a N away, but it is spelled with two N's from what I've seen on certain documents. So that's interesting, y'all. That's why I'm like, why take an N away if you know your government name is spelled with two N's? Why take an N away? Like I don't understand that. It's not like it's gonna make a big difference unless it's something you're trying to hide. That's weird to me. I don't know. I don't know, child. I don't know. Hmm. I don't know, y'all. Okay, let's get into this police report, child. Let me see. Ooh, okay. All right. So it says on October 14th, 2022, that was the tow incident day at 10:35 a.m. Y'all, keep that in mind. Keep the time. Let me take the super off the screen. Hold up. Okay, y'all. I need a few more to reach my goal. Come through for your girl. Super chat party, super chat port. How many more we need for our goal, y'all? Let me know. Somebody in the chat, let me know how many more we need for our super chat goal. Shaking my head, and she has three sons, maybe. May they never receive her wrongdoings. Facts, because people don't realize that as a parent, a lot of times your actions can affect your kids, even karma. That is crazy. Whew. But hey, some people don't care because a lot of times people have kids for the wrong reasons. What's up, D-Ham, bro? Matter of fact, let me play something for y'all right quick before I finish reading this police report. Let me show y'all how you know she have her children for the wrong reason. Her being Laonia. Watch. Let me play this for y'all real quick. Just to show that the thing we said about her having kids because of the man that she's with, and watch. Just listen to this. Just listen to this. Let me find it first, y'all. Where is it? I just pulled it up. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Let me see which one it is. All right, y'all. Thank you, Bella. Thank you for that super sticker, my love. I appreciate the support. Oh, you sent me two. Thank you. Okay. Shout out to you, my love. All right, y'all. Listen to this. Okay. Just pay attention to what she say, y'all. We got 591 in the building. I see it was just at 600. Keep going up and down. Make sure y'all running them likes up. Them likes should be liking and not lacking. Okay. Because we've been consistent with the 600 in here. So clearly y'all want to hear what I gotta say. Y'all can hit that like button for me now. That's free. That's free, child. Okay. Y'all listen to this.
Yeah, the internet, man. The internet is crazy.
Okay,
Man,
so I
the
met you when
world.
I was 16. When I was I was going to senior high. I met him when I was 16, and it was puppy dog love, and we had three.
Let me say this. She say I met him when I was 16. I was going to senior high. It was puppy dog love. How is that possible when this man is a good 7, 8 years older than you? The only way he was in high school with you and for it to be puppy dog love is if he fell about 6 or 7 times. I mean, about 4 or 5 times. That's the only way. If he was in the class with 4 students. Other than that, it's impossible for it to be puppy dog love when you was with a grown man at 16. She was 16 because she's what, 32 now, and he's like 38, going on 39. I mean, he like 6, 7 years older than her, y'all. So when she was 16, he was what, 22, going on 23? No, I like, yeah, yep. 22, going on 23. Make that make sense. I wouldn't have even told nobody that. That's a grown man. She was a child. All right.
And
Hold on. What? Stop. Hold on, y'all.
Crazy.
okay,
Man,
so I
the
met you when
world.
I was 16. When I was going to senior high. I met him when I was 16, and it was puppy dog love, and we had three babies, and I was crazy. Well, not Shine.
Yeah, crazy. But
I
thank
thought
God for
if I
growth.
have three babies, he gonna be with me forever. Oh my gosh.
Y'all heard that?
Having that young dumb brain. But
Let's run it back.
it was puppy dog. I was 16 when I was going to senior high. I met him when I was 16. And it was puppy dog love. And we had three babies. And I was crazy. Well, not Shine.
Yeah, crazy. But
I
thank
thought
God for
if I
growth.
have three babies, he gonna be with me forever. Oh my gosh. Having that young dumb brain. But it wasn't always like this, y'all. We was not perfect.
Now it makes sense as to why she put him on a pedestal also. Because he had charges on her. Here we are thinking that it's just he sucking her, you know what, because he don't want her to come out here and talk about the stuff that he did to her, but he didn't put charges on her. That is some crack, child. I done heard it all. I done heard it all. How you saying you got TikTok stories about this? Didn't change. This changes the game, y'all. This really make me look at her different outside of how I already look at her. But you really came out here portraying yourself as a victim. You got people thinking that you done been in 3 real relationships your whole life, and all 3 of those men abused you. Like you a victim. But you the one going to jail. But then going to jail for charges. You can't make this up. Like, you cannot. So it's given, she puts him on a pedestal because she don't want him to come out here and tell his truth. That's what it's given. Thank you, Miss Stephanie, for that super chat blessing. Thank you, Miss Glenda, Miss Shalene. Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for helping me with my little goal, baby. Y'all are greatly, greatly appreciated. If you cannot help with the goal, please hit the like button, y'all. If y'all don't mind, run them lights up for me. Thank you, Malibu Genie. I appreciate you, my girl. All right. Did y'all hear that, though? She said, I had 3 babies thinking he was going to be with me forever. Let's run it back one more time. Ooh.
Yeah, the internet, man. The internet is crazy.
Okay.
Man.
So I met you when
Wow.
I was 16. When I was going to senior high. I met him when I was 16. And it was puppy dog love. And we had 3 babies. And I was crazy. Well, not Shine.
If you look at if I wish y'all could see his face right here, but I still gotta figure out how to show the videos on here. Just like how I show my receipts. I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out, y'all. Because I be wanting y'all to see certain things. But if you would see his face when she said I met him when I was 16, like his mouth dropped. Like he didn't want her to say that. Because he knows that he was way older than her.
Yeah, crazy.
I thought if I have 3 babies, he gonna be with me forever. Oh my gosh. Having that young dumb brain, but
young dumb brain, you still think that. That's why you snuck and got pregnant for our age. Because you thought that was gonna keep him around forever. In other words. And now Janastro. Ain't that crazy? Because you gotta think about it. You gotta be real foo-foo to have 3 babies by one man that didn't stay with you, that went and married somebody else. And then you get married, have a baby, sneaking and steal a baby, let's say that, stole a baby from your husband because you knew that man ain't want no kids. You never told him you stopped taking that birth control. Right? So, and that came from him, y'all. That came from the horse's mouth, right? He said this on a video. It's probably still on his YouTube. But and then you see the marriage don't work. You start having issues with the husband. Y'all back and forth on social media. You immediately get with another man and then start trying to procreate with that man. Because if y'all remember when she did she did a video about Janasha, she said that they were trying when she did the video, I forgot exactly when she did the video. But at the time of the video, she said, last year, we tried all last year. And I'm like, well, they had just got together that last year. So that means that they had started trying to have a baby when they first got together. That is some crazy work. So clearly, it's something in her mind that tells her if you have a baby, it's either going to make the relationship better or keep the man around. And she should know from experience that doesn't work, child. Her first baby daddy should have been enough experience to tell her that having a baby will not keep a man in the picture. Clearly. Exactly, sweetly favorite. She still has the same brain, child. Talking about that was that young dumb brain. But you still making the same mistake. That's crazy. Yep, I won't be on here too much longer, Kimberly. I'm not who said that. Miss Ashley. I won't be on here too much longer. I just found out about her charges 30 minutes ago. This is crazy work. Yep. I just found out too, Deham. Hey, sponsored by God. I love that name. Hey, Miss Linda. Okay, let me go down, try to keep up with y'all in these comments. We still got to get through this police report real quick, y'all. I'm going to read it fast, though. Y'all know me. I be talking. Hey, for Tempe. You said the cackling is insane. Her and Drowsy made for each other. Not Drowsy. Y'all crazy, bro. Okay, let me read this because I know y'all probably looking forward to go and see the Court of Public Opinion live also. And that's gonna give me time to start working back on this video for y'all. I'm telling y'all, I'm doing my big one in this video for y'all. And this is for y'all. Because a lot of y'all been inboxing me saying, Pop, we need you to bring this receipt back to the forefront. Pop, we need you to bring this receipt. And this is no cap. A lot of y'all have been messaging me, asking me, and in my comments too, to bring certain receipts. These videos are a lot of work, y'all. I'd rather go live than make a video. Because when I go live, it's easier. I could just jump on live, talk to y'all, find a few receipts that I need to talk about, and that's it. When you make a video, baby, that's a lot of work. I wish I was like those bloggers and content creators who just throw something together and it take them 10 to 15 minutes to do a video. I would never be that because I'm too much of a perfectionist. I like to make my videos funny, entertaining, add little different clips. I have to edit them and all of that. So, child, it's a headache, y'all. But I do it for y'all. Just know that. I do it for y'all. All right, let me go up. Let me see. Thank you, Antasia. Thank you for that blessing, my love. And thank you, Miss Lolita. You say great commentary as usual. Shout out to y'all. I appreciate y'all for helping me with my little goal, child. Okay, let me try to hurry and read this so we can go to the so we can get our popcorn ready for the Court of Public Opinion. All right, let me get my voice together. Like I said, y'all, keep the time in mind because I'm going to point out something to y'all. It says on October 14th, 2022 at 10:35 a.m. Mind you, that's the time that the police was called. The incident happened earlier than that, right? It happened earlier than that. So I would say that the incident happened, if it ain't mentioned in the police, I don't think it's mentioned, but for her to call the police at 10:35, I would say the incident had to have happened between 8 a.m. and 10:15 a.m. Let's say that. Let's give that time frame, right? So let's say between 8 a.m. and 10:15 a.m. That's the time frame of the incident. That's just opinion based on the police being dispatched at 10:35 a.m. y'all. So that's not fact. I was dispatched to 870 Longstone Landing, and y'all, if my reading a little crazy is because it's kind of blurry a little bit. In reference to domestic dispute. Upon arrival, I made contact with the caller, B. Hampton. B was visibly upset, in parentheses, crying. B informed me that she just been involved in a physical altercation with her husband. B and Robert was currently in the residence with her father, W. Battle. I had B call her father. I spoke with Walter and asked if Robert and him could both step out of the home. Both Robert and Walter complied. Okay. And this is where that video comes in at when y'all said, well, dang, the daddy was on her side because he was trying to calm RH down and he couldn't believe that she had told the police that he had a GUN. He was like, she told him what? He couldn't believe it. That video is out here too. I think somebody just posted it yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. So, and mind you, when they stepped out, when Walter was trying to calm RH down, they had just finished fussing in the house. Remember, they was fussing. RH was at the top of the stairs, and Walter was at the bottom of the stairs. and Laonia was holding his arm, trying to pull him back as if he was about to go up there and box. Ciao bye. But it's just funny. But it's just ironic how, she had her daddy thinking something, but when he went outside, he had a totally different attitude. Like he was literally trying to calm yourself now. Just calm yourself down. Just calm you. That's what he was telling RH. Child bye. So it says B told me she was going through Robert's phone. Y'all listen to this good. And notice how this police report is completely different from the video that she gave. Her video account of what happened, the police report is completely different, and I'm gonna let y'all know what was left out. Okay. So it says B Hampton told me she was going through Robert's phone when she saw some conversations between Robert and other women on Instagram. B Hampton, and let me stop right here. If she was going through his phone and she became upset because she seen conversations, why was she trying to continue to go through his phone? That part threw me for a loop because I was like, well, if she went through his phone, did she go through his phone or was she trying to go through his phone? That part confused me because from my understanding, she was trying to go through his phone because when they was arguing in the house, he made a comment, something about love and affection, and she said no, or she turned him down, or something like that, and he was like, well, if you won't give me love and affection, I'm gonna have to go outside like my boy Martell, because she was watching Love and Marriage Huntsville on the TV, right? So after that happened, I guess they went into the room, or I don't know if they was in the room or went into the room or whatever, and then she was trying to get his phones from him. So I'm like, how did it go from her fighting him for his devices to her being able to see all of this, already? That was weird to me, y'all. That was a little weird, child. But let me see. Hold on. Let me go down. Hold on, y'all. Okay, let's get back to where we was. I keep going back to the wrong one. Okay. So it says, B got upset. B said she got upset and confronted Robert about the messages. During this confrontation, B went to grab one of Robert's laptops, right? B stated Robert became upset when she attempted to grab the laptop and struck her on the head with a plastic storage bin. B began to scream for help and called 911. That's all she told the police, y'all. That's all she told the police, y'all. Make that make sense. She didn't mention the pepper spray. She didn't mention when he was swinging the pillows while she was trying to pepper spray him. So he was swinging the pillows to try to knock the pepper spray out of her hand. She didn't mention nothing. She didn't mention kicking him in his lip, shoving his head when she said, oh, we was tussling. No, he had her pinned down because she was trying to fight him like a wild animal. So he pinned her down on the sofa to stop her. And when she got one of her arms free, that's when she started shoving him in the head. Pay attention to how she tells the story when she gave her recollection of this story multiple times. You can pretty much put the details together. We as women know how it go down, child. If you know, baby. Okay? If you know. So she didn't tell the police none of that. She said, I went through his phone, I was upset, and then I went to go get his laptop. I confronted him, and he grabbed. She said, she said Robert became upset when she attempted to grab his laptop and struck her on the head with a plastic storage bin. And then she began to scream and call 911. We all know that's not how that happened. So you mean to tell me because you who've been going through your husband's phone every day for the 6 years of y'all marriage, because you said you would always go through his phone, he decided to go get a tote and go upside your head. Why he didn't just use his hand? If his intentions were to just hit his wife, y'all, as an abuser would, why not just hit her? Why he had to go in the closet, get a tote, of all the things he could have grabbed, right? Like now is where common sense comes into the play and logic. So, because I'm going off of how she told her statement to the cops, right? If I'm pretty sure it was a bunch of different objects that were in that room because it was junky as hell. You could tell she don't clean up based on that video because it was people were saying it. That video went viral and people was more focused on how much junk they had everywhere. Like, dang, do she clean up? That's what they were saying. I remember it vividly. Okay, but uh, of all the things he could have did as an alleged bruiser, why would he go out his way, walk past you, go grab a tote of all things, a big tote, just to bop you upside your head? Boop, bop, 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 like she, that little joke Janasha was trying to make about our age. Why would he go through all that trouble when he could just use his hand or foot? Like, I'm confused, y'all. Are y'all following me? Am I tripping? No, Miss Angela, it's not. It's rescheduled. I don't know when yet. He got something totally different. The court of public opinion, you got to look on his page and see. I'm confused, y'all. Like, logically, it does not make sense. Why wouldn't a bruiser go through the trouble of going get a tote when he could just use his hand? If he had intentions on just bopping you upside your head for his laptop because he's upset about you taking his laptop. I would say that the details sound better with the account that he gave, sound more truthful. Let me say that. With the account that he gave than what she gave. Based off of logic, clarity, and common sense. Okay? Now let's read what he told. Like I said, she didn't even mention the pepper spray. Because if y'all notice, shout out to Voice and Value. Voice and Value did a video today where she played the clip of Laonia telling the story of what happened with the tote, right? And one of the things she said was, she was like, I was getting I grabbed his phone and I tried to go in his pocket to get his other phone. And then, he, what she said, something about he kept attacking me. So I grabbed the pepper spray. That's what she said. He kept attacking. She skipped the whole part. Like, it didn't even make sense the way she lined up her story. But she was like, he kept coming attacking me. So I grabbed the pepper spray. Why is he coming attacking you when you the one taking his stuff? That didn't even make sense. He not trying to go through your phone. He have no reason to attack you in that moment. You're coming at him for his devices. That's why I say if people pay attention to a person when someone is being deceptive, they're gonna tell on themselves. Just off the fact that they're being deceptive and trying to put something together. A lie together. Why would he keep coming to attack you when you coming at him for his devices? Multiple devices. Think about it. When she said, I was trying to get this phone, he got that phone, and then I went for his other phone in his pants pocket. And I kept trying to get it out of his pocket. So why would he be going towards you to attack you when he's trying to keep you from his devices? That didn't even make sense. So, hold on, y'all. But she said in that video, she said she sprayed the pepper spray because he kept coming to attack her. Like, make that make sense. You sprayed, that's how bad you wanted to get in that phone. You grab pepper spray, spray that pepper spray so you could go through his phone while he's distracted because his eyes would be burning. That's what happened. That's why she didn't tell the cops. Because think about it, y'all. If she's the victim, right? She called 911. She had already lied and told them he had a GUN on the 911 call. The police get there. The cops say she's still upset and crying. If she's the victim in this moment, right? Because they showed up there, GUNs ablazing with the dogs and everything. That's how the police showed up there, because she told him that he had a GUN and was crying all hysterically. So they gonna automatically assume it's some type of hostage domestic situation. That's why they showed up deep like that. So if she's portraying herself to be the victim in that moment, why did she not tell that police officer that she pulled out pepper spray because he was attacking her? Why she didn't say that? It sound good. It sound good for a victim, right? Why she didn't? Why she left that part out? That's interesting. Thank you, Kim. Thank you for that super chat blessing, my love. I don't know where we at yet, y'all. Somebody let me know how many we got left for the goal, for the goal, for the goal, for the goal, child. Okay, let me try to hurry up. Y'all know I gotta break it down now, y'all. I gotta break it down. So keep that in mind, y'all. Let me read that last sentence again. She said, B stated Robert became upset when she attempted to grab the laptop and struck her on the head with a plastic storage bin. B began to scream for help and call 911. Okay. Robert told me B was going through his phone when she saw some messages between other women and him, Robert. Robert said B became upset and attempted to strike him. Robert said B then attempted to spray him with mace before calling the police. I would believe his account before hers. You know why? Because she was the aggressor in that moment. Think about it. If she was really scared for her husband, why would you keep going at him to get his devices, literally fighting him for his devices? We know it was an aggressive moment because he's trying to keep his devices away from you and you're steady going at him. So that in my mind, logically, I'm thinking logically, with common sense, that would tell me that it was a very tension-filled, aggressive moment because he's trying to keep you away from his devices and you're not stopping at nothing to get him. Okay? You even went as far as pepper spraying the man to go through his devices. You were the aggressor in that moment. Period. So, that's why I would believe his story first when he said she was going through the phone when she saw some messages between other women and Robert. Robert said Brianna became upset and attempted to strike him. It makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. Robert said B then attempted to spray him with mace before calling the police. Okay, so the police said when I spoke with Walter, he told me he did not witness any of the confrontation. Walter said he heard screaming from, keep this in mind, y'all. He said he didn't witness any of the confrontation, right? But if y'all remember when Laonia called him on the phone to get his statement, y'all remember when she called her daddy and she was like, asking him about her finger in her head, and he was like, "You did it. You did it. Don't tell you did it. Da-da-da-da-da. You did that crap." Da-da-da-da. I'm like, child, but you didn't see nothing, but you know he did it. He did this, he did that. But of course, you know he gonna take her for his child. Okay, that's expected, right? So he said he did not witness any of the confrontation. Walter said he heard screaming from Brianna and went upstairs to see what was going on. That's a lie. And let me tell y'all why. Well, it's not completely a lie. It's partially a lie because Laonia said on the Bay's interview that she had to go downstairs to find her dad and get him. He wasn't going upstairs because he heard her screaming. She said on the Bay's interview that she ran down. If y'all look at the video, you can see it. You can clearly see in the video that RH posted where he posted it from him being upstairs. Where even when she was like, when he was like, I'm recording everything, she was walking downstairs hollering, Dad. So how is it that he went upstairs because he heard her screaming when the proof is out there of what actually happened in that moment? Anyways, child. Anyways, child. Okay. So, let me see what else. Walter informed me Robert and B were separated by the time he got upstairs. Walter said he got into a shouting match with Robert, but nothing became physical. And then the cop says, I did not see any visible signs of injuries on Robert or B. B did complain about her eyes burning, but did not mention using the mace in her account of the incident. Okay, y'all, here's where it gets interesting, right? Because this is a physical situation. Well, it was noted as a physical domestic dispute. Nobody was arrested, right? We do know that if RH would have told him about the pepper spray, which wait, no, he did, and he asked RH because you can see in the video, not on the incident report, but on the video, he asked RH if he wanted to press charges, and RH said no. I think he said no. Yeah, he said no because she didn't go to jail. But my thing is, uh, hold on, let me read it again. Visible signs of injuries. Why didn't she tell the cop about her finger? She said her finger was broke, right? Why didn't she tell the cop about her finger or her head? Because we all know that, and you could look this up, child. If your finger is broke, I'm not talking about sprain. I'm not talking about whatever the other one is. I forgot what it's called, but child, if your finger is broke, because she said her finger was broke, you're gonna know, if not instantly, because everybody, because of your adrenaline, you don't always know instantly. But it was more than enough time passed because the police had to still get there and everything. So you mean to tell me she didn't notice her finger was broke until late that evening? Because she didn't tell the police her finger was broke. She didn't even mention a head contusion, quote unquote. Why were those details left out of the incident report? Why she didn't tell that to the cop? Because she called them. She lied about, okay, the fact that she lied about him having a GUN, you would think she would lie about injuries too, right? She told social media she had injuries, but why isn't it mentioned in the police report? Help me out. Why wasn't that mentioned, y'all? I'm confused. He said I did not see, this is a physical domestic dispute. One of the very first things that an officer will ask you is, if do you have any injuries? That was her time to shine. That was her time to shine. I did not see any visible signs of injuries on Robert or Brianna. Brianna did complain about her eyes burning, but the fact that she complained about her eyes burning to the cops and she the one who used the pepper spray is crazy. But did not mention using the mace in her account of the incident. Of course she did, because she knows she would have went to jail. It just shows she got anger issues, and she will turn up. Period. She will turn up. That girl ain't scared of the men. If anything, they should be scared of her. They should be scared of her because she turning up. She has clear anger issues. Ain't no way. I didn't been young. I didn't been that age before, which I ain't but a couple years older than her. I'm in my 30s too, baby. Ain't nothing old over here, but I do hope to get old. So I would never try to, just insult our elderly just because. Because we all, that's the goal. The goal is to grow old. Now I will say, if you're not acting your age, I will, throw you something towards you not acting your age because you're supposed to be more mature. But just insulting people because they know, that's not cool. Because that's the goal. Do you not want to live to see your grandchildren? She throw out elderly insults as if she gonna stay the same age forever. That's the crazy part. That is the crazy part, child. But I'm confused by that, y'all. How long? Somebody look it up and let me know. Hey, Valena. Hey, Miss Laurie. Somebody look it up and let me know, how long does it take for a broken finger to swell? And hurry up and put it in the comments while I finish reading. Let me know. Thank you, J Chopper. Right back at you. You say always love, love, love Lupac Baby Lives. Thank you. Hey Jazz, thank you for that super chat blessing, my love. I'm confused, y'all. She said her finger was broke, and this is why I can't wait to finish that video I'm working on for y'all, because it's gonna line everything up. I swear. Lupac Love, great live. I need a lawyer. Laugh a lot. Hey Diva Doll. Hey Miss Nina. Somebody look that up real quick, y'all. Um, Did you hear me say, well, her finger was broke for 1 or 2 days before she removed the finger splint? I never knew a part of the body could be broke for 2 days. Y'all, when I tell y'all they was eating her up behind that, they ate her up behind the switching of the splint. They ate her up behind her taking the splint off so soon. When I tell y'all they was eating her up, they was like, well, didn't she say her finger was broke? It was even a video where she was cracking up out of her knuckles. Bop, 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 bop. And they was like, dang, I thought her finger was broken. Y'all, so much stuff that happened is crazy. Hey, Aaron, it's crazy, but somebody looked that up. I'm trying to get to I'm at the bottom of the comments. Somebody hurry up and Google that and see how long does it take for a finger to swell if it's broken, not sprained, but broken. Somebody say 5 to 10 minutes. Somebody say instantly. Discussion board say 3 days. 3 days. Well, we know it ain't happened, but clearly she was lying because if y'all look at that's gonna be in my video also, but if y'all look at that doctor summary, that hospital summary, child, whoever wrote that for her was dumb as hell. Not a bit of sense. Because anybody in a right mind knows that a hospital will not put victim of domestic dispute or intimate partner abuse because they do not want to be held liable. Because guess what? They have to prove that that happened to you. The hospital can get sued. So whoever wrote that doctor's note, I wish I had time to pull it up for y'all, but it's gonna be in my video. I might talk about that on my live tomorrow. But no common sense at all. You will never see a hospital report where it says victim of intimate partner abuse because they will not be held liable for something like that. That means they witnessed it. They can't just go off of your word of mouth because you could be lying to them. That's why I was like, bro, whoever fake wrote that, typed that up was crazy. Ain't no way. So, it says I did not say. Okay, I read that. I provided R and B with case card numbers. Upon her request, Sergeant Hoffman provided B with a pamphlet on how to obtain a protection order. B collected some of her belongings while we were still on the scene and left the residence along with Walter. I did not have on a body camera recording this encounter. Y'all, that's crazy. That is crazy. Cause it's like, oh, and I won't have time to put dog, man. I won't have time to put the doctor's note up. We'll talk about that tomorrow, y'all. But on the doctor's note, the fake doctor's note, guess what time she went to the hospital? I didn't want to let y'all guess. It said 16:03. That's 4:03 p.m. So you mean to tell me you went all day with a broke index finger from an incident that happened between 8 and 10:15 a.m. because the police came out at 10:35. So that means she went all day with a broke finger. Broke. You know how painful a broke finger is? I've never known anyone to experience a broken bone and not experience excruciating pain. Never. If you did, baby, you a different type of beast. Okay? Now, a sprain is different. But she claimed that her finger was broken. So you didn't feel that your finger was broken until 4:03 p.m. Because that's what time it said that she, visit the hospital. Okay. Anyways, y'all. All right, let's get up off here. Because I see y'all putting in the chat 2K live, 2K live, 2K live, y'all. Even though we on different platforms now. I could have stayed on my little live if I wanted to, but I need to get off anyways because I need to finish working on this video, and I do want to go watch his live. Also, y'all, thank you, Bella. You say keep in mind that RH has 0 DV on his facts. Nothing actually, from what I've seen. So, but y'all, it's all about money. They're gonna keep dragging that man because it's inconvenient, and he's definitely the motion child. It's sad, but it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, but I love y'all. Hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Wednesday. I'm not gonna play my outro because so I can get off, child. So I can get off. But I will be back live tomorrow, and I'm about to continue working on this video. I will see you guys over there in 2K's chat. Love y'all.